The man who made millions by an ATM error, Dan Saunders the bartender. What if I told you a bartender once discovered a real-life infinite money glitch? How could a man with nothing but charm, cocktails, and a half-empty wallet suddenly live like a billionaire? Why did the ATM hand him cash he didn't have, night after night, as if reality itself had been hacked? And what happens when you go from broke bartender to private jets, Paris vacations, and champagne showers, only to wake up every morning terrified the SWAT team is outside your door? This is the unbelievable saga of Dan Saunders, the man who pressed the wrong button at the right time and unlocked the cheat code to life. Long before Dan Saunders became the accidental ATM hacker who lived like a millionaire, he was just a kid growing up in Wangaratta, Victoria, a quiet wine country town where life moved slower than the city lights of Melbourne. It's 2011 in Wangaratta, Victoria, a sleepy Australian town where the nightlife is more about pub chatter than private jets. Dan Saunders, 29 years old, bartender by trade, professional drinker by hobby. By day, he's slinging cocktails to locals. By night, he's slinging them back with friends. Dan's broke, not oops, forgot my wallet broke, but bartender wages, rent due, and beer budget competing with groceries broke. He's charming, but charm doesn't pay bills. So one evening, after a few too many drinks, he realizes his wallet is emptier than a politician's promises. He stumbles to the nearest ATM. Dan slides in his card, tries to transfer $200 from his credit card to his savings account. The ATM blinks, thinks about it, then basically says, "Transaction canceled, mate, but hey, here's your card back." Dan squints at the screen, shrugs, and thinks, weird flex, but okay. He tries again, this time withdrawing $200 directly from his savings account. And then, boom, the machine spits out crisp bills. Except here's the kicker. Dan didn't have $200 in his savings account. The ATM just handed him money like Oprah handing out cars. Most sober people would panic. Oh no, system error, I'll get caught. But Dan, he's drunk. His brain goes, free money? Back to the bar. Later that night, curiosity drags him past the same ATM. He tries again. $200 works. $500 works. $600 works. At this point, Dan's inner gamer unlocks a new achievement, infinite money glitch discovered. After testing it, he realizes the glitch only works between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., ATM witching hour, when the machines go offline for nightly updates. So every night, like a financial vampire, he sneaks out to drain cash. In 2 weeks, he's pocketed over $20,000 at OD. He keeps expecting cops to bust down his door, but nope, silence. Even when he strolls into the bank, no one bats an eye. It's like the universe itself is saying, go on, Dan, live your best life. Fast forward, Dan's technically a millionaire. And he does what any newly rich bartender would do. He goes full baller. Fine dining every night. Luxury hotels, allergic to budget motels. Vacations in Paris, dripping in designer clothes. A $90,000 private jet weekend with friends to an exotic island. Gambling sprees, because why not? Random acts of generosity, tipping waiters hundreds, buying hotel rooms for homeless folks. Why the generosity? Because Dan wasn't a hardened criminal. He was still the bartender who liked making people smile. He was basically Robin Hood, if Robin Hood was drunk, reckless, and really into blackjack. And yes, according to Dan, the glitch worked wonders with the ladies. Nothing says mystery millionaire like a bartender suddenly rolling up in tailored suits, dropping cash like confetti, and casually saying, "Oh yeah, I'm in real estate." His close friends knew the truth, but everyone else bought the cover story. Investment banker, property mogul, whatever. Dan was living the lie, and loving it. So here's Dan, living like a rock star, private jets, Paris vacations, champagne showers. But deep down, he's still just a bartender who used to worry about rent. And now he's worrying about something else, the SWAT team. Every morning, he wakes up like it's the season finale of Breaking Bad. Is today the day they kick down my door? Every phone call feels like the bank whispering, "We know what you did, Dan." Spoiler, it's just them confirming his Uber Eats charge. His paranoia is so bad he's basically starring in his own crime thriller. He imagines helicopters circling, red laser dots on his chest, cops rappelling through his window while he's buttering toast. Dan could have gone full Bond villain, disappear with millions to some tropical paradise, sipping pina coladas while Interpol plays hide and seek. But Dan wasn't built for fugitive life. He was built for guilt. So after 4 months of ATM wizardry, he calls it quits. By then, he's withdrawn and spent $1.6 million about 1 million USD. And instead of quietly moving on, he does the most Dan thing ever. He calls the bank and confesses. Yes, you read that right. He literally phones them up like, "Hey guys, funny story. Remember that ATM glitch? Yeah, I milked it for 1 million. My bad." The bank, probably embarrassed their system was held hostage by a bartender, tells him, "We'll report you to the police. Expect a call soon." Dan braces himself. He waits and waits and waits. 3 years go by. Nothing. No cops, no charges, no angry banker with a baseball bat. It's like the glitch never happened. Most people would have popped champagne and thanked the universe. Not Dan. He's drowning in guilt. He starts seeing a psychiatrist who basically tells him, if you want peace of mind, turn yourself in. Dan thinks, nah, I've been waiting for the cops for years. They ghosted me. I'll do something better. So he goes public. He starts doing interviews, TV appearances, telling the world, hey, I found a real-life cheat code and became a millionaire bartender. The police? Still silent. Until one TV producer, probably thinking this guy's too entertaining to ignore, calls the cops himself. Turns out the bank never reported Dan at all. If he hadn't gone on TV, he probably would have gotten away forever. Finally, Dan is arrested. No mugshot, but plenty of headlines. And here's the kicker. At trial, nobody, not the prosecutor, not the judge, not even the bank, could explain how the glitch worked. It was like Dan hacked reality itself. Because of that, they couldn't hit him with a heavy sentence. So the man who lived like a millionaire off ATM magic gets 1 year in prison. Dan Saunders didn't just find a glitch in the ATM. He found a glitch in life. He lived like a king, confessed like a fool, and got punished like a tourist overstaying his visa. And the question that lingers is, was he a criminal genius, a lucky fool, or just the world's first human cheat code? If you are just seeing us for the first time or you love what we do, please follow us, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the lives of the world's most intriguing titans.